Hello Reformers and welcome back to Mountain Blade Warband. Now when we left off we had just done a little bit of vassal fighting and attempted a tournament, but obviously the tournament kind of screwed me over a little bit and yeah, we were unable to complete it. But we now have Lezelet and he has leveled up. So what are we going to be doing with him? Well, that's the thing. I think we're probably going to be making him into our engineer. He has an amazing trainer skill already, so we're just going to get him some engineering skill because we're eventually going to definitely need that at a pretty high level. He has a decent intelligence level as it is, so I think that we should be fine. Now, as you can see, I did actually take a couple of forest bandits prisoner because I don't know, I just ran into them and I thought to myself, yes, let's fight them. Ran into them over here, I think. And yeah, they didn't really give me much good loot, actually, but, well, it was the experience more. And obviously the prisoners I have been unable to sell so far. And as you can see, we're also in pursuit of Count Rias. I believe he is one of the vassals in the past that we have taken prisoner, and he has then subsequently been ransomed, which is just hilarious to me. So hopefully we'll be able to capture him again and, you know, try and add a little bit of insult to injury, because obviously he's not going to be very happy with us doing that yet again. So let's see if we can take out their Swadian Knight. Whoa, they actually have Swadian Knights? I didn't see that. I looked at their army composition and I saw that they only had a couple of militia, but apparently they do have some Swadian Knights. Maybe just one. Wouldn't that be amazing? Yeah, if they had just one, then that would be... oh, that would be good. Oh yeah, we seem to actually be getting quite a few kills right now. Not bad. Not bad, Barney. It seems like Barney's been practicing with his hammer a little bit, as you can see. It's not bad. Not bad, alright. Well, as you can see, very, very easy win right there. And I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, wow, Count Rias was the last one to go down? That is weird. Usually the vassal in question will just get eliminated instantly and then just spend the entire rest of the battle on the floor, but apparently not in this case. Alright, so we're just going to take a couple of things. They're not really worth taking, to be honest. So what we're going to do now is head to Veluca. He was actually attempting to raid Nomar, but I wanted to prevent him from doing that for no reason, really. I mean, he could literally raid that and I wouldn't care, but he was still, you know, he was standing still, and I thought that was a pretty decent opportunity. So, ransom broker, traveler, and a mercenary swordsman. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, well, never mind. I guess I can just sell these torso armors. I actually have a huge amount of very good units. As you can see here, we have 27 cavalry from the Saranids, which is reasonable. And then, of course, we do have slaver chiefs and slave crushers and mercenary cavalry, sword sisters, all that sort of thing. And we're all in a really, really good position, by the looks of things. But the only thing we need to do is get 10,000 dinars once again, and maybe what we can try to do is maybe try and weaken a couple of vassals from enemy factions. Most notably, I'd like to take on the Nords, because if we are going to attempt to create our faction in Wurcheg, then that's going to be very difficult to pull off if all of the Nord vassals are at full strength. And if they're not at full strength, then I suppose we'll have a much easier time of things. But as it stands, I'm not entirely sure how they're doing. I mean, they don't, I think, appear to be at war against anyone at the moment. There's a ransom broker, thank you. 73 per 1. That's actually very good value for forest bandits. I mean, look at the Swadian militia. They're 60. So, yeah, getting about 70 for a forest bandit, that's really nice. Anyway, I think maybe we can try and find another Swadian vassal. I'd like to try and find one that is more powerful than I am, because if we can find one that's more powerful than me, then we're going to be getting a good amount of renown, and that's exactly what we want, isn't it? We want renown basically right now. If we can get a lot of renown, then we will have an even greater chance of obviously getting offered vassalage, apparently, and also, yeah, and also obviously, oh, hello, and also having our party size increase, so that's pretty nice. Anyway, as you can see here, we're actually doing pretty well in terms of encountering a couple of Swadians, and they seem to have, well, they seem to be absolutely on the back foot in terms of their battles, because obviously the Rodoks are after them. I think the, who is it now? Are the Vagirs after them? Or, well, someone else is after them. Obviously the Sarranids, but the Sarranids don't even appear to bother. They really don't. They don't appear to bother at all. They don't seem to turn up or anything to fight in this area, so I'm actually wondering what they're doing, to be honest. I mean, the Sarranids are all the way down in the desert, and I can assume that it's just because it's a very long distance away, but I haven't known the Sarranids to travel all the way up to the north. Because I seem to recall in some mod, I'm not entirely sure, but in some mod... Oh, hello. Yes, kill him. Yes. Wow, he had a really cool looking helm on. That was the Moose helm, of course. The Moose helm from the original series. Anyway, as I was saying, I seem to remember in a mod a long time ago that we were fighting in Vajir territory relatively close to Ravadin and Kudan, and then the faction, whatever it may have been at that point, may have not been Sarranids, it may have been something else, went up there. So I'm not entirely sure why the Sarranids are being so stagnant. It's very strange, because I do have campaign AI on normal, as I did show my difficulty settings at the very beginning of this series. So if you have not seen those, then I highly recommend checking it out. Anyway, should I take this? Let's take that helm. And let's take that shield as well, because I have a pretty decent person to give the shield to, and that is, of course, Jeramus. There we go. He's going to survive a little bit better now. Artimena, yeah, this is the thing. Artimena is going to be leaving soon, but I suppose we could just, I don't know, I guess we could just give him a male coif. Something like that. Okay, so he's going to go into the infantry group now as well. And Artimena may as well go into the infantry group too, because it doesn't really matter, to be honest. I mean, you know, we want them to get experience and things like that. And, hello! It seems like they're actually running away from us. Wow, that's very impressive. Because we can easily catch them. Oh, they're both going to Ribule Castle? That is awful. That is really, really awful. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to catch them. Where is King Harlaus? I'm going to assume he is... Oh! They've taken things. I think. Or, no, have they not? No, I don't think they have taken things. I think they owned those all along, but it seemed to me like they had taken those, but, well, maybe I'm just misremembering. Count Regus. Okay, let's just, are we just going to basically turn this episode into an absolute vassal slaughter? Yeah, maybe that's what it is. I mean, what I'd really like to see, and I'm pretty sure there's a mod out there that does that, with the exception of Nova Eatus, because obviously I'm remembering this from Nova Eatus. What I'd like to see is obviously executions of vassals, because as it stands, the vassals, if they're defeated, you can either do one of two things. You can, you know, take them prisoner, or you can let them go, and that's pretty much it. Obviously, letting them go does have the increased side benefit of increasing your honor, and that's technically a pretty, you know, it's a pretty decent stat to go for. Because as far as I'm aware, what honor does is it, well, just in general, makes everyone kind of like you a little bit more, because they see you as an honorable combatant. And also, it seems to me, at the very least, in, you know, mods that I've played in the past, that honor affects the amount of vassals you gain when you create your own faction, because people see you as a friendly, you know, well-to-do sort of guy who is running his own faction, and they're like, oh, he's very honorable, I'd like to join him, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, I think that also has an effect. I could literally be making this up, but it seems to have an effect at the very least, because I've always noticed whenever I've had a high honor rating that I've gained relation with people out of nowhere, and I have no idea because I've never met them, but I think the honor rating has a significant impact on that, so that could definitely be the case. That could definitely be the case. Anyway, let's just take a couple of these. There we go. We do have a little bit of armor to take as well. The loot really isn't too worth it at the moment, so I'm pretty happy with what we're getting. You know, usually the top 3. Oh wow, they're actually starting the siege on this. Anyway, usually the top 3 items in the enemy's inventory are the main expensive outlays, and they're usually the best things to take. So hopefully we're just gonna do that. And I mean, as you can see here, this is, yeah, it's okay armor. It's not really very good, and 224 dinars is it's not extremely good, is it? But I'd love to find a ransom broker. Hint, hint. Ah, yes, there we go. They actually did do that for me. Thank you very much. Okay, so now we have easily enough to purchase a weavery and dye works. There's a farmer. Yes. What is the matter, my good man? Alright, so where is the village? Asgard. Asgard, let's do it. Yes. Oh, there it is. It's all the way over there. That's very, very close. And yeah, the relation with Uxkhar has deteriorated because I did not deal with the looters, even though I kind of just forgot about that task. I don't really care about it that much. Artie Mena can shut up. Because he's going to leave very, very soon anyway, so I suppose it's not really a big deal. Anyway, I'm really happy that we were able to get this task, because we have, what is it, 3 honor rating right now? And if we are wanting, as I say, to have any sort of impact as a ruler of our own faction, then having a little bit of honor rating can't hurt, because obviously we are just gonna, well, we're gonna need vassals. We're gonna need vassals, and hopefully that's going to make a difference to the amount of friends that we have. And yeah, hopefully that's then going to mean that we'll be able to gain even more vassals over and over and over, and then we'll be in a really, really strong position. Obviously, I do have to be a little bit careful about various vassals, because some of them, they have some pretty bad personalities, and they are all randomized as well, as far as I'm aware, so that's also going to be something I need to take into account, because, one time there's a vassal that is absolutely amazing for you, and in the next save file, in the next game, and then he's just an absolutely terrible person. And yeah, hopefully we're not gonna have that sort of thing happen where we actually take, we actually get one of the vassals into our faction, and then we find out that he's absolutely awful, and we've just given him 10 towns or something. Obviously I'm exaggerating, but anyway, we're gonna refuse and gain some honor. We also are going to get a little bit of relation with the village, and we have completed that, of course, so we can now go back to the farmer. Is he wait a minute, is he? No, that never mind. That was the reward itself, wasn't it? Yeah, that was the reward itself. I actually thought to myself that there might be a reward from the farmer himself, but obviously he is a very, very poor farmer, and he's going to be unable to do that. So yeah, probably should have already realized that, to be honest, but oh well, never mind. I'm really wanting my companions to level up, to be honest. Yeah, seems like they're taking a long time to do that. They don't seem to get too many kills. Jeremus is actually getting quite a few kills, but not in the places that we want him, is it? Usually he's getting kills in tournaments and really stupid places like that. Well, anyway, we do have exactly what I wished for, and that is Count Deglan. He has 13 Swadian knights and 22 man-at-arms. I'm a bit worried about this, actually. Okay, halt. Who goes there? Well, I suppose we're gonna try. Oh no. Okay, well, first things first, we want to get my cavalry following me, please. Yeah, let's try and get off to the side here. Thank you very much. And hopefully he's not just going to charge in. If he just charges in, then we are going to be in a really bad position, and most of our infantry are going to die. So let's hope that he doesn't do that. If he does, however, then it might, it might bode well for us, but I don't think so somehow. I think that's actually going to be a pretty bad thing. So what we're going to do is I'm going to lead my cavalry around the side. We're going to try to flank them, but as it stands, native is not particularly good when it comes to implementing these kinds of maneuvers. And I guess I could just charge straight on in now. Yeah, that might be the way to go, because they are all kind of standing there, and we might be able to eliminate most of their knights reasonably fast. There is a man-at-arms being killed already, and I'm going to try and take out that guy as well. Is that a knight? That looks like a knight to me, but maybe it's not. He's wearing some pretty different armor that we have not really seen. That's definitely a knight right there. Definitely want to get away from that, thank you very much. Oh yeah, take that. Take that, sweetie, knight. Okay, so there's one thing that we need to do, and you know what that is? Yeah, that is kill the fodder. Kill the fodder. Killing the fodder makes obviously quite a lot of difference, because all of our units are then able to focus more accurately on the fact that we will then have only a couple of targets remaining, and that is of course the Swadian Knights and the Man-at-Arms. And it seems like we're actually doing a pretty decent job so far. I'm not entirely sure really how our casualties are doing. I haven't really had time to look at them. I kind of just want to get down to eliminating most of the enemies that we can, because I don't want them running around, you know, freely. Count Deglan was felled by our own hand, which is exactly what we wanted. And as you see here, yeah, okay. It seems like we have achieved victory, I think. It really depends on how well we deal with the remaining man-at-arms, because I can assume that there's going to be quite a few of them. I have a very, very injured... Yes, I have a very, very injured horse, and I'm going to get shot in the back right now if I don't kill this guy fast. There you go. Oh, really? Really? He stabbed me? Are you serious? Come on. That is the worst thing ever. Did you see that? He was literally like, I'm gonna stab you. And then I was like, yes, okay, please stab me. And then I lowered my guard. Yeah, that was fantastic. Absolutely. Well, at least we're still alive. I mean, that's the only thing I can really ask for. We are losing quite a few Saranid Mamluks right now, but that is the price that you pay to gain a little bit of renown. And sometimes I think maybe it's not worth it. You know, maybe it's not worth losing so many Mamluks, but you have to progress. That's the only way you can progress. I'm actually really surprised that we're losing so many Mamluks. I mean, look at this. The Saranid infantry gets knocked unconscious. I don't want the Saranid infantry knocked unconscious, I want the Mamluks knocked unconscious, thank you very much. Okay. Well, thrown weapons. Boom. Okay. Boom. No, it's not. It doesn't seem to be working. Yes, there we go. In the butt. Yeah, in the butt. That was a butt shot if ever I saw one. And is there... Oh, yep, there we go. There's only a few stragglers. Technically, we've only lost 8 units. I'm really surprised about that, but obviously our initial flanking maneuver, I think that really had a great impact into how much we were going to survive, how many casualties we were going to lose, and, you know, obviously that makes a huge difference. So I'm pretty happy with how that went, considering we've literally knocked 57 of them unconscious. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Okay, so how many Mamluks did we lose? 6 of them. Wow, okay, I'm really surprised. 6 Mamluks, that is absolutely crazy. That is really, really crazy. Oh well, never mind. At least we do get to take a lot of people. Oh. Okay. Right, a lot of people prisoner. I didn't want to auto-resolve here because I didn't really want to lose another Mamluk, because knowing my luck, that is exactly what was going to happen. You know, as soon as I auto-resolve, it's going to be like, 2 Saranid Mamluks have been killed, and the enemy has a bandit looter. You know, that's usually how it goes. They usually just have a looter or something. No, they actually do have a knight, I believe. Isn't this a knight? Looks like a knight to me. And yeah, so yeah, that's usually what happens. Usually there's a looter, and then I just do an auto-resolve, and then I lose 2 of my most valued units. But in this case, it was a Swadian knight, so that kind of does, you know, stand in good stead, I suppose. But, he managed to escape. How unfortunate. I really very much wanted to take him prisoner. Oh well, never mind. Okay. Yep, that's good. There we go. That's a very nice amount of money right there. We have some gloves. Yeah, okay. That's absolutely fine. I don't really think we need to do anything else. Maybe I should have taken that crossbow. I could have given that to Jeremus right now. Oh well, never mind. Okay, so Artimena now has 10 strength. And what is he going to be doing? Well, that's the thing. What is he going to be doing? I don't know. We'll just give him some iron flesh, I guess. I mean, he's going to be leaving relatively soon anyway, so it's not really a big deal. We do have a shield for him. I did pick up a shield for him, so he can just take that if he wants. And... yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, so have we sent out someone to tell... Yeah, we've sent out... no, we haven't sent out Ymira. Should we try and send out someone here? Haven't I sent out Ferentis? I haven't? Okay, that's a bit weird. I think... Did Ferentis leave? No. I think Ferentis is still with us, and I think I sent him out, but I thought that you were unable to send out another companion at the same time. Maybe it was just a mod limitation or something, but... Okay, well, hopefully the ransom broker in Praven is still there, and we'll be able to get a really tidy sum of money. Oh, yes, he is. Look at that. 240 per one Swadian Knight. We have 12,000. Now we have 13,700. That's insane. And another 1,300 right there. And, oh yes, rolling in cash. 16,000. That's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. That is a good start. That is a good start, because what I want to eventually be able to do is basically have no worries whatsoever when it comes to money, and then we can literally just field the most expensive army in the entirety of Calradia and roll over our enemies, just similarly to how I roll my face over the keyboard when I have a huge cavalry army. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.